A new report states that illegal land grabs remains a big problem in Juba and other parts of South Sudan. The executive director of a group calling itself Non-Violence and Development says many South Sudanese complain about the delays in resolving court cases related to land disputes. The Jubek State Land Commissioner says his office will take legal action against land grabbers. Winnie Chirino reports for VOA from Juba.
39-year-old James Duku says he has been tracking a court case in which a former government official grabbed his aunt's plot of land in Juba's Tongping suburb, also known as Juba Nabari, 2 years ago. Duku says his aunt was living on another plot of land and wanted to sell the Tongping plot. He says when he secured a client for his aunt to buy the land and escorted the potential buyer to the plot, he discovered that strangers were living on the land. He says the people claimed the land belonged to their immediate relative but declined to reveal the relative's name. Duku says after failing to resolve the issue with the occupants, he filed a court case.
That land was grabbed by a former minister of the government. We went to court. The process is ongoing. We have the hope that maybe the court will rule the case in favor of my aunt, because we have the original papers, whereas the defendant has a paper that has been forged. We don't know from where. So we are waiting for the judgment.
Duku claims that like the former minister, whom he declined to identify for fear of reprisals from government officials, either on him or his aunt, many officials have grabbed land illegally because judicial officers are corrupt. He alleges that land grabbers often bribe judges to rule in their favor, even when landowners have documents proving they are the rightful owners.
Sometimes you go up to housing and you see the name there does not represent the name with the forged document that the other party has. But then you see the judgment going for the defendant. You get confused. So I am asking that let the government intervene and try to correct the judicial system that is in place right now, because we don't know what is happening, but it seems to me that judges sometimes are being played with.
Phoebe Manza is the project coordinator for Safer World. Manza says South Sudan has no national land policies of its own, but uses the statutory laws of Sudan. However, she says the laws contradict each other and conflict with customary laws on land use. And Manza confirms that many people use their positions in government to grab land.
Public institutions are quite ineffective due to abuse of power by public officials and employment of unqualified staff in some departments. Meanwhile, citizens also do not consistently follow established procedure for land acquisition. They influence government officials to use unlawful procedure to allot and sell plots.
Manza says the discrepancies create gaps in the government's response to land disputes. Moses Mande, Executive Director of the South Sudan Organization for Non-Violence, says community members raised concerns about land grabs taking place at gunpoint. He says locals proposed establishing one specific court to handle land disputes instead of taking the cases to all different types of courts. Mande also says the government needs to document the rightful owners and digitize the locations of plots.
The other recommendation is also to develop and to use highly computerized system where the rightful owners of the land, like the thumbprints and or even eyebrows, can be documented, and whoever wants to sell land will be sent there first for verification.
Kose Andrew Wani, chairperson of the Jubek State Land Commission, acknowledges that many people have filed complaints of land grabs by government officials and other individuals. He says he is working with the commissioners to ensure that land sold illegally is returned to the rightful owners.
Some of them, of course, we take legal options. So for example, if somebody grab a land like already this land, of course, we are going to take into it. They have already started, in fact. Somebody constructed a house in a place which is not correct, it is going to be destroyed.
Kose warns that any former or current official who sells plots of land illegally will be prosecuted. He says people who need land should consult with the State Ministry of Physical Infrastructure. For VOA News, I am Winnie Serino in Juba.